everybody? I'm back in the house. We're just waiting on John. I know he's on the way. Yeah, I was going last week. We were doing a little bit of marketing thing, making myself disappear from doing this whole cheesy, thing for the new album coming out. So that's what that was. And hopefully you had a good laugh, especially. Oh, yeah, you can hear me. If you can't hear me, you got to turn it up. I think everybody else can hear me, right? You can hear me, right? Why can't you hear me? You gotta grow some hair to hear me, John. Should be working. Everything's up and up on my end. Okay, it's just John. It's Johnny John. Yeah, see, he should be here any minute. But before we get here, we're just gonna update you guys on a couple of music things. And he can hear me over by. Oh, he's only 5 minutes away. Anyway, so just a quick update for all those that are watching that give two flying craps about the music. Next week is the big show. The big show. The one that we're playing with Bizarro D12 and DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia, Little Eazy-E's son from NWA, and DJ Yellow from NWA, Jared Benton. Let me ramble off the. Give me a second here. Excuse me. I don't even know who the hell's on my own show. Gotta love it. Where the hell did I share it? Did I not share it? I know how to fix this. All right, so DJ Paul, 3-6 Mafia, Kid of G Unit, Bizarro D12. That's the people that I'm going to be naming. That's Friday night's headliners. The main headliners. Saturday, 8/26, DJ Yella and Little Eazy-E. They're going to do an NWA set. Slain, which is from Boston, King Gordy. That's Saturday. Sunday is Dizzy Wright, Jared Benton, and Demeric. There's also the spread out between all the different nights. You got Lex the Hexmaster, Fury the Six, War Whack, which they're really whack. Little 10x, Little 10X. No idea who that is. Terra Diaz, Trey Pound, Gibby Stites, Trilogy, Capital Punishment, Problematic, Tricked Out, Dead Eyes, me, Dr. Giggles, Great Hazy, Double Homicide, Piffman, B, $B, Lokai, Life, Mott Mine, James Joyce, the Sasquatch, East Craven, DJ Slim, The Rival, Mad, Killer Spit Up, Rob You Blind, Kid Savage, Mulla and Sativa, I don't know, Ermac, The Shotgun, J. Cruz, Cy Payne, Undeniable, The Native, AOE, Money Meech, J. Rez, Wolf Mob, Thriller, Freeze Martian, your boy Loco, and Just for Kicks. That's all mixed in all those nights. The show is in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's not too far away from Canopy Lake Park. So it's close to Canopy Lake Park. It's 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Shows usually don't start till about 8 o'clock. And, yeah. It's a big show. I get to play with a bunch of legends. And that's also the 25th, the Friday, is when my album drops. So, my album will drop CD, all streaming platforms. I'm talking iTunes at all. Spotify, YouTube, whatever. And it's being digitally distributed by Empire Records. So, that's pretty cool. But yeah, but anyway, so that was like the update. I kind of took a week social media blackout myself. John, I think, did a pretty damn good job doing his thing yet last week. I wrote out the notes. I was actually on the other side, and then my wife was yelling at him if anybody watched, and then that was that. It was kind of funny. I had to leave the room because I was almost pissing my pants laughing. It was kind of funny. But beyond that, we got yeah, ACLs are tough when you blow them things out. But we do got a bunch of news. We got 10 tons of news. Finally, announcements were coming. It gave us something to talk about. So we're going to talk about Silver Dollar City Fire in the Hole because it's a lot different than... Hey, what's up, John?
What's up?
It's a lot different than what we knew if you've ridden it. It's going to be...
We found you.
Yeah, I was on the other side of the computer. Watching most of it go down until I was laughing and I had to leave the room.
I know.
There was a shooting at Clementon Park in Jersey. I started doing haunt opening dates, but I only had one, so...
There's a few.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't have time to finish it out. And then I forgot about it. Because then I started, going down, doing everything else. We got the Six Flags quarterly report and some of the news that they talked about. Dorney Park announcing the new ride. Iron Menace. I wanted to go over Six Flags, New England's Fright Fest, different pay things they got. Because it's kind of ridiculous. Like, they even have that because... I don't work at any of them. He does. I'm taking the season off I got music stuff going on. It's not, no love lost, no nothing. I had to choose music or haunted houses. Now, when I have a chance, I'll go to some, but instead of telling, I could not 100% commit to working at the haunt. I just couldn't. So instead, oh yeah, look, he's got his mask. That's the new version of Cupcake. And you know what I mean? So there's no hatred, nothing. It's just, I just don't have the time this year. He does. So, there will be a show coming up that Demented FX is part of. That I haven't been announced yet, but I'm on the show. But it's with First Jason. It's like October 5th. I could possibly go back in the future. I'm just seeing what the music thing does. Maybe this is the final year of music. I don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. I could blow up. I might not blow up. I might go, I'm tired of doing that too. I don't know. I mean, I'm not, but, but I would. That is a possibility to go work at the haunt again. It's just this year I couldn't. That's all. And, yeah. And then Kings Island's plans, their announcements. For 24, Six Flags Great Adventure rumor, and I got a little based off of what I've heard, and if it's true, I think the attraction sucks. Busch Gardens Williamsburg, there's a rumor going around, and I haven't seen Busch Gardens Williamsburg announce it. I just saw the rumor about them updating Nessie, Loch Ness Monster, the SeaWorld San Antonio pushing back the Flog Flume. Adventureland in Iowa adding something. That's what I typed out so far. I didn't really... I can always... if we go through it too quick, we can... I know there's plenty more. People have been messaging me all week with all kinds of crazy stuff. And...
the whole RMC rumors stuff that's going around and all that crap.
Yeah.
They've been teasing left and right all day.
Yeah, but if you got the... It's basically a family launch coaster is what it is. With the RMC thing. And I'll start with that.
It's all gonna be steel too.
Yeah, and the weird, I'm glad to see companies doing this kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? They companies don't innovate enough.
See, I'm wrapping
up. Yeah, see, he's wearing a new shirt, the Giggle shirt. It's the album cover on a shirt. Yeah, some people think it's just an album of music or something. They're not, if they announce a ride, I'd be highly shocked, because right now the focus, Minions Land's open, so they got DreamWorks that takes over the kids zone.
DreamWorks makes DreamWorks.
That was announced, and that's coming out next year. Then we know the year after that's Epic. So I don't foresee Island getting anything until 26. That's what I think. I could be totally wrong, but things that I've heard about that teaser when they were showing the low, that's like an old record or album that they had, and so yeah, that's what that is, and yeah, so that's the IOA teaser. If you think about it, but back to the RMC thing. I see basically what RMC did was they reached out to a bunch of YouTubers or whatever, and they sent them a piece of a puzzle.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And then they
Because-
finally, I guess people were smart enough to put them together.
You have the picture saved or no?
No.
You want me to send it to you?
No.
Okay.
I don't really care that much. I don't think I'm showing anything. Like, I just didn't have time to download it. And, but that's all right. We're here to talk about it.
It looks pretty cool. And honestly, I think this will be one of the better RMCs because it looks like it's all steel. It's no wood. It looks all steel.
I'm curious to see what happens with all these hybrids. Like, what do these coasters look like 10, 20? Well, I know, what do you call it? Texas Giants already hit the 10-year mark. It's past that. So, I guess so far it's still holding up.
I'm wondering how far it's going to take until they really have to, okay, well, we have to work on this, that, and the other.
I don't know. I mean, to treat the supports like with the wood, with the steel on it, they would just have to do what they normally do with the wood supports.
Yeah.
If one breaks or starts, cracking a little bit, okay, take that off.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same thing, but I was wondering how do I put it? How much forces are these wood beams
taking?
Yeah, like, obviously with all the engineering that they had to do to make this thing work, and plus they put a lot of extra bracing on. We all saw that.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, how is it really holding up? Is it really holding up good? I mean, if that is, that's cool.
Well, we've seen with Wildcat, they had to add more bracing, but that was also because, don't forget, Wildcats is different than the others because of the forces that it pushes.
Yeah, because it's not a big grand coaster like a Iron Gwazi.
No,
it's compact.
It's all compact, and it needed that little extra for
because there's so much. You've been there.
Yeah, we've seen how it just and you can see it move.
Oh yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't want them to not move. You need that.
You need that give, but
it was too much.
It was.
So RMC adding the family coaster, it's something that they needed.
Yeah.
And it's cool with the tire launch.
This will also be the first time that they're working on this will be the first project that they do while they acquired Larson. So some of this into whatever they're using is going to be coming from Larson as well.
I still think Larson was a bad move. I'll be honest. I think I don't know about you guys and what you guys think, but I totally feel that Larson merging with Larson was bad.
Yeah.
Just cause the only good rides I know that they got is like the Flyers and like I don't know if they make tilt-a-whirls or not or anything like that. But like the Fireballs were a disaster and they suck. You know what I mean? So like, because they're all getting ripped out now. So why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where, Lawson is the one who did the Fireball, and people didn't like him. I don't think necessarily they went down a lot because they didn't really go down a lot.
No, it was more or less people just didn't like him because they were like, woo, 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 woo.
I know some of them broke down time to time, but the only time I saw something extreme is like when New England's got toast from the storm, like the tree hitting it. But like I never heard of these rides like going down for bad whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you guys know more about these.
I might be taking a trip on tomorrow to Six Flags.
Cool.
Hopefully it don't rain.
Why is it supposed to?
It may. Again. If not, I'm going on Sunday.
Sunday fun day. Well, I know Saturday we got the concert. I hope it doesn't suck. I hope I can get into it. As long as we don't have screaming shit like Mudvayne, we're all right.
Yeah.
I could tolerate people singing, whatever it is. I hear Ghost puts on a great theatrical show, so I want to see that.
That I'm more excited to see. Because, yes, I've already seen some of their type of show because they do it at the Dunk. I want to see it there, where it's an outdoor event, so it's more of a different atmosphere.
And plus, by the time he goes on, it's going to be pitch fucking black.
So it'll be nice.
Yeah,
because they have that shit ton of fire and everything.
Do they? I know they like a religious-looking band, and that's cool, too, I guess, for those that like it. But anyway, so let's move on to the news. Let's just get all the crap out of the way. We'll save like the announcements towards the end.
Yeah.
So, Clementon Park, everybody knows that junky park in New Jersey. An arrest was made after shots were fired at the amusement park on Saturday. Police say 24-year-old, I can't even pronounce his name, Kwahi Eaton Kennedy from Philly, is in custody after the shooting at Clementon. They said they were called to the park around 8. Shots fired, multiple people fighting in the parking lot. Officers arrived, separated those involved, and located that dude or whoever it was, and then has since been charged with second-degree possession of a weapon, and nobody was injured, so that's good. You know, nobody died, nobody got shot. They're doing it wrong. If you got a gun and you shoot, you need to hit your target. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Tony? But you know, I'm going to be honest about this Fiesta Texas thing. The way that, and I love Jeffrey, so don't anybody get it twisted like I'm talking shit. It sounds like I'm talking shit, but I'm not. They went overboard with all the clues and lost me after about clue 5. Like, there's how many clues are they up to? 100 now, maybe?
5 hours ago was 49.
All right, so they're at 49.
And there's no more Gerslauer in the group.
Yeah, there's no need to go at this level, and I'm going to tell you why. From a marketing standpoint, the marketing they're doing, people are going to be thinking they got like this big ass attraction like never seen before, and it's crazy, right? The saying, you know what I mean? Like that's the way it looks. I'm not saying that's what it is, but when you go these routes and you go through all these, there is no need for 49 clues for any, not just for nobody. Nobody needs 49 clues. I don't need to. I don't want. For me personally, I've never been into having clues like that. Even when I was like super gun ho, super positive about everything, I would be like, Jesus, why are they doing this overkill thing? Now, if they get a flat package, that's awesome. Because that's one thing a lot of parks neglect is flat rides. Everything's about the coaster. Everything's about the coaster.
It's going to end up being a flat ride combo. I think that's what it is.
But you're also going to piss off your customer base when you basically trick them. People are thinking it's this, this, and this. And then you put all them clues out and you got a flat package. Which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a flat package. I'm all about the flat package. I'm just saying the build-up is terrible.
I think if they do have a coaster, it's going to end up being probably a Zamperella. Because everything is pointing to a Zamperella something.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a flat. Like, I get it. Jeffrey is the man when it comes to the park, like running the parks and everything. And I have nothing bad to say about Jeffrey. The only bad thing I can say about Jeffrey is 49 clues is probably about 44 too many. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's great. If you guys are having fun, I'm never going to knock you guys. Knock yourself out with the clues and stuff. Because I'm
fine with it because I'm going back and forth and seeing what's going on because I'm also helping Jay as much as I can.
Yeah.
But I'm getting fed up with it too because it's like, okay, well, you're the same, what is it? The 26th is, I guess, that event. So you're going to go probably another 10 more clues.
Yeah, there's no need for any more clues.
No, there isn't.
Just announce it already. Like and it's not even me with patience of wanting to know. I think it's just overkill.
Yeah.
Like this is marketing 101 of don't do. Yes, you're getting people talking, so that's part what you're supposed to do. But now you're starting to lose. Think about it. After clue 5, you lost me. Like, I don't need that many clues. You know, I'm okay with the little games, you know, the phone numbers and leaving a clue.
Yeah,
I like the way Jeffrey used to do it. What he did this year, hopefully he learns his lesson and doesn't do it again.
Most of these clues are all on that group. So I think he's been playing with that group more so than playing with everybody else. But
yeah, I don't know. All the clues coming out, I think it's overkill. I don't think there's a need for it.
No.
You know, like people are sending me clues all the time, and I'm like, you know what? I don't care. And I don't care because it's just too much, and I don't have time in the day to play Inspector Gadget. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just
Inspector Gadget.
Yep, Great Escape is taking a bobsled out, which if you never got to ride it, it sucks because, I mean, they're painful rides now.
They're painful rides, but
they were
it was
cool.
actually a cool thing to ride.
Yeah, I mean, the steel, I think, I could be wrong. I don't know if Over Texas still has their metal bobsled one.
I don't think they do.
I know I rode it back in 2010, 11, I think. Whenever New Texas Giant opened, whatever year that was, that's when we did. So, but at Over Texas, I think it was La Cobra, something Cobra, I can't remember what the hell the name of it was. It was a weird name. But I know I rode it. It was, blue, yellow, red, or something like that.
Yeah. All I know is it was a good ride. To me, I got my rides on it, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, yes.
I even put something in between my legs, so I always thought I was a Jamaican bobsled team.
See, for me, well, it's sad to see. I say this all the time. Sad to see our rides, our favorite rides go. But if they could put something better in, that can, because that ride suffered from major downtime all the time. There was times I went up there, it was never open. I was only able to ride it in one day.
Yeah.
There was one day out of all the times I've gone that I was able to get it. So I'm okay.
It's a shame too because it was a good ride. It's just, I think it's time for that park to finally get something better and get something fun.
Yeah, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna,
like last week, I was thinking it might have been going to be a spaghetti bowl.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, and that would be good for that park.
I think that would be the best thing for that park is the spaghetti bowl.
Because if you look, that's not a typical Six Flags park at all.
No.
If you've never been to Great Escape, and if you ever do go to Great Escape, you're gonna kind of get an awakening of what a Six Flags park could be without Looney Tunes and DC shit.
Yeah, because it's actually really nice. It's all family. It's it used to be fairy tales.
Yeah,
and they kept the theming up.
Within 2020, probably. I could see that happen, and I know that sucks for people, but look, it's already heading to the end of its life cycle. All rides, have every coaster, every flat ride has a 25-year ride cycle. Like, that's their life expectancy is 25 years. If you could get anything more out of it by doing proper maintenance, good on you. But these rides are only they're saying these things should last 25 years. That's what I've heard from engineers and ride manufacturers that I've actually personally talked to. It's not a number I made up in my head. It's physical.
Yeah, it's roughly about 25, 30. Between those 2 years, you'll be getting your completely everything.
Yeah, like Thunderbolt. That ride needs to come down.
That ride needs to completely come down and redone.
They need to start from scratch and put something else.
A new GCI.
Anything other than what it is.
GCI, all GCI Titan track.
Like, I get it. Like, I know I catch a lot of crap because I'm not afraid to say rip it down. There is no coaster on this planet that's worth saving forever. You know what I mean? Like, you get your 25, 30 years out of the ride and be done with it. Get something different. It's because parks are cheap.
Yeah.
Parks don't really want to spend. Sometimes they didn't even got the money to spend.
I'm with Kara right there. The ride does beat you up. It kills my back every time I get a chance to go on there. That's one ride I avoid.
Oh, I haven't ridden that ride. Do I think SFNE will go down once they remove Superman? If they rip it out, they got to put something good in. If they don't, I'm not saying it's got to be crazy. Well, you're gonna.
It has to be crazy.
Yeah, if you take out Superman, you got to put something really good in. You can't get away with something.
If they did rip out Superman, I would say they better put in like a East Coast Racers idea. That's the only ride I think they could get away with.
No, because don't forget, you're thinking old school throwback to Riverside. most of these kids don't even know that fucking existed. So, to us, yes.
Yes.
To the future, no. They don't know what it is. People,
a racing coaster would be something that they would be looking at. I think that's what they'll be looking at. I don't think the new Intamin.
No, you know why? No, you know why they ain't gonna do a racing coaster in New England? It's a mid-sized park. Yeah. Mid-sized park's not gonna get a race.
I don't see a dive coaster coming to New England. Josh, I don't see.
Oh yeah, maybe not, because let me tell you, depending upon the deal that Cedar Fair signed with B&M, they might not be allowed, and depends on how many miles. Because usually what parks do, and I know like Busch Gardens, and I know what do you call it, King's Dominion, have done this. Because if you look at the rides at Busch and King's, there's some rides that aren't even close to the same style.
Yeah.
It's because what they'll do is they'll sign this contract with the theme park company and go, I would like this coaster, but I want to have the exclusive rights. They pay more for that.
Yeah.
But then usually it's within a 250-mile radius that no coaster can be built around.
If the closest park I would say that gets a dive would probably be Georgia.
Again, it also depends on what the deals are. Because say from, I'm not saying it is, but say from Tampa to Georgia was $250. I know it's way more than that. Well, Georgia wouldn't because of Busch.
Yeah.
You got to look at the like where.
I'm talking about in Six Flags wise. I'm not talking about in where all they are. But I'm saying Six Flags wise, I think Georgia would probably be the one that gets it. Great Adventure, I don't see getting any type of dive.
No, because Dorney's right down the road.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yep.
And I would not see a Skyrocket to anywhere in the East Coast because of Lake Compounds. Remember, they did that with Lake Compounds. So
yeah. So yeah, I think if any up north parks are gonna get a dive, it would be New England. That would be the only, because it's further and it's far enough away that they don't have to worry about that. But I don't think a dive coaster would save Superman spot. It wouldn't. People would love it. Don't get me wrong. But the star power is in Superman, because that ride's crazy, and the majority of people love it.
Yeah, the layout is what everybody likes. It's not around who the character is. It's more about the layout. You have to have some sort of crazy layout. And you look at the layouts of like what's the ones that have the crazy S's?
Oh, like El Toro.
I wouldn't say go with El Toro. Actually, you know what? I'll go with Velocicoaster.
I mean, I could see something like that.
I could see that going there.
Yeah, that could work.
A long-term Velocicoaster type ride. That would work.
And then you know what? They'll rip it down and be like, Superman Returns. And then it's going to be whatever.
Yeah.
Gigas are still popular within. Yeah, I mean, they are. Gigas are great in the terms of people throughput. You know, I've ridden the one at Kings Island. I've ridden Leviathan. I've ridden Fury. And those always have lines. They always do. They always, because everybody likes that big bad coaster. Everybody, you know, the teens, they're daring each other to go, hey, I dare you. You know, you got one, you want to ride it. And then the one's, I dare you. You're a bitch because you won't ride it. Come on, you little bitch. Come on. You know, and then, you know, it's like that. But Gigas is still popular, I find. They're just crazy money. They probably cost 30 to 40 million plus now. Flying coasters, they can be. Like, I know at Great Adventure with Superman, you get a nice day in it. That queue's all the way out the front gate because I've seen it. I've never waited in it. I either had skip the line passes or a Q-bot, whatever thing. I would never would I wait in that ridiculous line.
Barrett's tickets just went on sale.
So, but yeah, Fly is, I don't know. I mean, you can't go by Vekoma Fly is a terrible. Like Carowinds has one of those, and the Batman one at Six Flags America in DC. They have a Vekoma. They call them the Flying Dutchman. That's the
things,
style. They're terrible. They hurt. They're
those
not
things
fun.
are painful.
Like the B&M ones are where it's at for sure. And but you can't go by. That's the misconception. Don't go by when you're looking at what's popular and what's not. Don't go by what's popular by the enthusiast community. The enthusiast community is so tiny that I don't even think if you took all the people that belong to coaster groups and group them in, I don't even think they're 1% of their clientele. I think they're less than 1% of the clientele. Lights on tour behind the screens. Only $20 at Barrett's.
That's different.
Yeah, that's how you get the kids sucked in.
That's really different. I haven't seen Barrett's do that.
No, because it's something that people are starting to do. Because people love behind the scenes. You got all these people. I mean, look at people like me and you. We're doing SFNEOnline, and you got all the other YouTubers in the world. They want behind the scenes. They want to do POVs. They want to do stuff that the regular person can't do. Why do you think everybody does it? If you have a YouTube channel, you get enough subscribers and followers and whatever, and you can talk to people like I talk to you guys, and then you can go get your own. You know what I mean? And then you can go do your own thing, and then you can go get your own hookup. But I'm going to tell you, if anybody who hasn't and wants to, or if you're starting out and you're starting to grow your channel, don't be an asshole like the big people. Once they get to that top of the ladder, they kind of like act like douchebags. I don't like that.
Sorry,
I'm reading what Lindsay's putting. He put a Giga would not be a good fit for Great Adventure aside from the height and capacity. Example, 20 plus million would be better used elsewhere in the park. Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, because if you look at Great Adventure as a whole, they have a pretty unique and a variety of coasters. You got your 4D Joker coaster, you got Nitro, you got El Toro, you got Medusa, you got Superman the Flying Coaster, you get the stand-up Green Lantern. You got like Harley Quinn the Kitty coaster. You got the Batman Dark Knight coaster, Batman the Ride. You got what's the indoor one there? The other one, Skull Mountain. You got the Mine Train. You got. I'm sure there's something else I'm missing. I know there's like a kitty one in near Skull Mountain. They got the basic of it, they got a bunch of coasters. So what I feel, King Dakar. So what I'm feeling that what they should be doing is bring something that they don't got. So you got to look at what they don't got. They already got a launch in King Dakar, so you don't need that. They already got Joker lost the Joke. I feel those free spins are going to be like the Lost and Loops. Eventually, they're going to get ripped out everywhere. Like, it's popular right now, but they're not really good. And I know there were some parks outside of Six Flags that bought into them, but, if I feel like doing it, every once in a while, I'll do it, like at New England or Great Adventure or where I see them. But they're not my go-to. Like, if I don't ride a 4D the free spins, I don't really get upset about it. Once in a while, I will. Yeah, I agree, Lindsay. He says, I'd rather see Mine Train retract than either a family launch, family boomerang, spaghetti bowl, or second Woody, and then I'll see what's working and what's not, and that's not an Intamin. Yeah, no, there's hopes. Like, I'm hoping, like, with the RMC family launch thing, like, that could be a prospect. You know what I mean? Even the spaghetti bowl. A family boomerang would be okay for the families. Like, that's not something for me. You know what I mean? I'm sick of boomerangs. If I never ride a boomerang again, I wouldn't cry about it. I'm just not a boomerang fan. But hey, that's a good segue into the 50th anniversary of Six Flags Great Adventures and the rumor of what's coming. And then you guys, what I'm going to read to you, and then you guys can decide if you agree. Do you think that's what's coming and whatever? Because you remember that stupid math problem that they put out? And I wouldn't even bother because... Who go? Thank you. Because it was 4 plus 50 plus 48 plus 15 plus 24 plus 10 plus 436 equaled. It doesn't really matter because... So I saw this off of Screamscape. So it said obviously basic addition isn't going to solve this riddle. But some numbers do stand out with some potentially obvious meanings. The 50 can equal the 2024 will be Six Flags Great Adventures 50th anniversary. 48 equals a very common height limit for many roller coasters. 15, if this is a roller coaster, this would be the 15th roller coaster for the park. 24 could be indicative of a lot of things, but 24 is also a very common number of seats on a roller coaster train if it has 6 cars. It says, as for the rest, they're more unknown and may have more to do with the ride itself, such as the number 4 could represent the number of launches or the number of inversions. In similar fashion, the number 10 could also represent the number of inversions or seconds of weightlessness or the number of negative G moments. 436 is a bit harder of a number to chew because I doubt the park is building anything only 436 feet long and definitely not 436 feet high. Begs the question, is 436 a metric measurement? Which would 436 would translate into 1,430.4 feet, which starts to feel more appropriate for a coaster's length. As luck would have it, a new roller coaster design has been in the news this year that is actually advertising as being exactly 436 meters, 1,430.4 feet in length. This would be the brand new Vekoma Super Boomerang, which also stands at 52.5 meters tall, but the height is always adjustable to a point. So that number could also sub in for 50 or 48 into the equation. As a shuttle coaster, it also delivers a total of 4 inversions, 2 forward, 2 backward. And based on a POV video of the prototype that just opened in China under the name Cloud Shuttle, it does appear to offer potentially 10 moments of negative Gs. However, Vekoma coaster trains routinely have 48-inch height limits, and prototypes do have trains that seat 24 riders. It's all guesswork, but they're thinking it's a super boomerang.
But from what we're hearing from Charles, it doesn't seem like it could be. It could definitely be a super boomerang, but something that's piqued my ear from what Charles was saying. Something about they want to spend $20 million. So is that coaster worth $20 million?
It could be. I don't know. I don't know what today's price is. Plus, you gotta figure the inflation. You gotta figure the interest rates because they're borrowing that money.
And the biggest rumors that are out there now is that it's gonna be a better announcement than Top Thrill 2.
Well, if it's a super boomerang, that is not.
No.
It's not going to top. But see, here's the thing. The one thing that I hate about Six Flags and just about every marketing in every park, they do that. They use certain like keywords to get you, and they'll lie through your teeth. They're like, oh yeah, this is going to be the greatest addition. Kiddie ride. What are you talking about? That's not the greatest addition to the park. Greatest addition to the park. Lemonade stand. Now, while I love a lemonade stand, that is not the greatest addition to a park.
Only if it was Dell's.
Maybe, yeah. That would be nice.
I had that today.
They were approved for a $25 million expansion. Because the first I heard a rumor was they were going to build something like a Velocicoaster. Well, that's way more than $25 million. Mm-hmm. And you know that I don't think the $25 million is for one thing. I don't think that.
No.
Because there's rumors of them redoing the entrance. There's rumors of this ride going to go over the entrance, whatever this thing is. So... yes, St. Arturo Ryan is saying without a turntable, the ride would only get just over 600 riders an hour. A turntable would achieve the list 800 riders per hour. Yeah, they posted a picture of an old map. I didn't really pay attention too much because it just showed like the original attractions. I believe that are like still left.
Yeah.
You know, so
You also have to look at what they have, what's closed in the area that they're teasing. So what ride's closed?
I don't know.
That parachute ride closed this year. You have the Twister ride that's still there. That's days are numbered. You have that theater that they haven't used in years.
Go-karts.
The go-karts, which barely ever getting anybody on them.
Yeah, nobody wants to ride them stupid things.
So that right there, you look at that area, that's a huge area in itself. So whatever can actually, they can put a lot of the track in that area.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still going to have to go out.
Then you got to look, they want to try and get as many people as possible into the Justice League area, where Justice League and Cyborg are. Well, you're going to have to put the ride over that way and in and around. You're going to have no choice but
I think the station's going to go over in that area.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come.
That's going to be the only way they can definitely get people over in that area wanting to ride those other rides. It's weird. Justice League is their ridership's dropping. I don't understand why. It's an AC building.
Oh, I know. Oh, look at that. Jason in Paradise with a $49.99, what do you call it, super chat.
So we should dance.
You want me to do it with my shirt on or shirt off? I'll do it either way. I got no shade. Hey, speaking of shirt off, wait till you see the Prime video.
That's a good video.
My shirts and my man titties is hanging out. It's kind of funny.
It's a good video.
Some of it. Yeah, once the video drops, I'll play it in here. I don't know when it's dropping yet. But that, I think, and it's not really a horror song, so I think each and every person that listens to it, I think you guys would be like, whoa, this is like a good catchy tune kind of thing, you know? Give me my prime. But yeah, so anyway, this is a good conversation with this Six Flags Great Adventure thing. So what do you guys think? You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think?
I'm trying to bring up the park map.
So what do you guys think about the whole Great Adventure thing? Like in your own.
Because honestly, yeah, I agree with Lindsay over there saying Cyborg most likely gets replaced there. It does. Honestly, it should.
No, he's saying Cyborg mostly replaced their Music Express and Justice League Chiller. Now, I think that ride, I do think Cyborg is going to go, though. I agree with you on that. That ride has been a piece of crap. It's always down. It's never really open. I rode it one time. And I was like, the ride, for me, the ride didn't do anything. You know what I mean? So, for me, I don't care. I think with 25 mil, dude, they're probably going to end up with that stupid boomerang ride. They're probably like, this is better than Top Thrill, and it's not.
If they do that, they're going to end up probably getting a flat as well. They're going to have to add, there's going to be at least one flat.
I think they'd be able to redo the front entrance, get a coaster and a flat. I think that could cover the 25 mil. There's no way that a super boomerang costs 25 mil. You'd be lucky if that thing's probably about 10, 12 mil. There's not much to it. It's very small. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like if you spent more than $10 million on that, you're getting ripped off. But that's my opinion. I don't know about what anybody else thinks. But for me, I feel if it is a super boomerang, one, that's a bad call. Like, that's a joke. Like, has anybody seen a super boomerang? Has anybody seen what this thing looks like? I'm sure some of my Coaster people here, my Coaster brethren, have seen the light and have seen this ride. I've shown my wife that. She goes, what the hell is this shit? So let me see what Lindsay says. They just did some work on Cyborg, allegedly. I think it'll be Super Boomerang, Brick Path, remove Dream Street, Blockade, redo games, and maybe a new garden area by El Toro.
Either which way, they're going to have to do something with that El Toro dead end.
Yeah, that's one thing that I hate about parks is dead ends. I know. Like I just wish that you could like when you go to Disney, the only dead end they really got is when you go to the choo choo train there. Roller coaster. Big Thunder Railroad. Big Thunder Mountain, whatever. They need to, for the most part, you can completely go in a circle around Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Except for that one dead end area. But eventually that's going to get connected down the road into a new land back there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like, for me, there's no excitement with the Super Boomerang. Like, that just looks like a cheap looking attraction. It doesn't even look nice.
No, it don't. It looks like it's a joke.
And hey, you know what? It's not my park. It's not my money. I'm just telling you. I think it's stupid, but that's me.
Me personally, if they're gonna put a Super Boomerang, they might as well put it in Six Flags New England and just eliminate Flashback, and there you go. You don't have to worry about having 2 fucking boomerangs.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. I would prefer if all boomerangs got ripped out. They're like don't.
Well, I can't say that because honestly, Holiday World's Super Gravy, what is that? Super Gravy or whatever it is.
What
Gravy
is it?
Train.
Oh, Gravy Boat or something. I know
Boat.
you're talking about at Holiday World.
Holiday World.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't look bad, and that's actually a good spot for.
Yeah, you go to a can of with cranberry sauce or something. Yeah. All right, so that boomerang goes for $11.5 million. It's all right, I guess, on the price. I still think you're kind of getting ripped off. I think it shouldn't be no more than $10 million. I'm talking built, shipped, and installed for 10.
And from what I've been hearing, it is off the shelf. It's not a custom. So something off the shelf, you're not getting anything custom, so it's going to be bare minimum what you want.
Yeah, and yeah, it does. It's like I can understand. Like, look, I'll give you an example of something that's not an eyesore and that looks great when you look at it. Like the pipeline coaster at SeaWorld.
Yeah.
If you're just like looking at if you're looking at the ride and you're seeing the layout, it looks nice. It sucks you in. It makes you want to ride it.
Even something that's almost that'll look good is even. I'll even put it this way: some of the new Vacomas.
Who was saying it? Jason the Paradise saying what you need to see is the Vacoma Top Gun model.
And that's a nice model.
Yeah.
I looked at that model. That's a beautiful model.
And I can't see that being too much, right?
No. I don't see a floor model. I'll say floor model because that's basically a base model. So say a floor model is going to end up being probably 15 if tops.
I think if that was the case, and I don't know how much the Top Gun model is,
Mm-hmm.
but I personally feel like if that was like 15, I would have spent the $4 million. All right, 14. So you're gonna spend $2.5 million more and got the Top Gun model, which would have been cooler to even look at.
Yeah.
Right? It would have been cooler to look at, and it would have been way better. Yeah, in History and Leisure, if this is going to be an off-the-shelf model, I don't know if a turntable comes off the shelf.
No.
They're going to have to pay for that, because if you're going to put in a park like Great Adventure, which is a busy park, it's always either number 1 or number 2 attendance in the chain. It always floats between that and Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
Of the top 2 Six Flags parks. So a park like that, you should never go with a ride with that lower capacity. You should never do that. Because number 1, all you're doing is you're pissing your guests off. And that's people go, I can't ride it. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And that's not a good move. 800 would be better, a better capacity than 624. Something like 624, that would be a Six Flags New England coaster. You know what I mean? That's like when it becomes one of those things where you're trying to figure out which park it represents for the capacity that they put in. A Super Bowl, and please, Six Flags New England, do not get the stupid idea.
See, here's a Top Gun.
Yeah, that looks a lot better than that stupid.
And it'll be fun to see because that can go into multiple areas.
Oh yeah, I would take that all day.
I'll take that all day long, and that can actually go over you, even if you want to put it over the entrance. That'll be a sick over the entrance coaster.
Oh, it very well could. Who the hell's messaging me? Why, so you want to buy that beat from me? I'll sell it for the right amount of money.
Did you see he was wearing one of these shirts on that podcast?
Oh, is it live?
No, it was yesterday, I think.
I know there was a little video that popped up. Yeah, I know. He told me. He called me. Yeah, I don't know where. I mean, I know like that aspect of it. That was like a guess by Screamscape. They did a lot of work into thinking of what it is. I have no clue what it is, but if it is a super boomerang, I think that's a lame attraction. And I'm not like
even a Ghost Rider.
Oh, Ghost Rider looks cool as hell too.
The hyperspace warp.
A leech coaster, renegade looping coaster, space warp launch coaster, super. Get that boomerang thing sucks.
And then they also have a Wildcat one too.
Oh, and then History and Leisure said, El Toro Ryan said that since the main entrance is so highly trafficked, the state would veto, with all the issues Toro has had, they would probably veto any attempt for a coaster to cross the front gate. Is that what Charles was saying? Put a glass tunnel. Was that what he talking about for?
Yeah.
That would be.
I do know that what Preston's been saying. Vekoma has been spotted in and around Six Flags New England as well.
Really?
They've been in near the front entrance. They've been looking towards different areas. So who knows? Maybe we'll get a friggin' Vekoma. That would be a surprise out of left field thing for New England.
Yeah, especially if they were trying to make a coaster go over the entrance.
Well, you kind of need something because that entrance now is boring.
Yeah, it just looks plain Jane. Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I did hear what Preston's saying about in a couple of the group chats, even I as well.
Oh, with the
Vekoma personnel, and there was also a couple of Premier as well.
I would prefer Premier. Well, I don't. Let me rephrase that. Premier trains suck.
Mm-hmm.
They're painful, but their rides are good. It's just their cars suck.
Yeah, but Zamparella has not been spotted in and around Massachusetts parks. Oh, speaking of Massachusetts park, did you see the inflatable park is getting a huge water slide thing?
No.
Down in Cape Cod.
I know what the inflatable park. My kids have been there with their mom.
They got a nice huge thing coming. I have to bring it up. I'll have to show you.
Yeah.
We could bring it up on here.
And then, but yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Great Adventure.
As far as anything coming in New England, we can't speculate because we have no teasers.
Yeah, we got nothing. Yeah, they're gonna have to, but I don't think New England's getting a ride next year.
If New England gets a ride next year, it's only gonna end up being a flat.
Probably, I don't see a coaster because it's too late in the game. There's no. Trust me, everybody's always on top of the game, messaging me about markers like "come to the park." They'll be like, "Come to the park." Markers.
Well,
are starting
don't
to show
forget
up.
what Great Adventure people have been saying too. It was late in the game, and they didn't expect them to get this type of ride.
Yeah, but I think. Hey, what's up, Marcus Bean? Here's my problem with all of that. For New England, they're going to... Basically, in the quarterly report, they said they're going to start spending $200+ million each year. Not just 1 year, for 24 and 25. So that means they're going to probably split the parks, meaning half of the chain's going to get rides next year, the other half's going to get it the next year. That's what I'm thinking. I could be 100% wrong. Could be 100% wrong. I don't know. My thinking is... half of the parks are going to get some stuff next year. The year after, the other half that didn't get something, for the most part, is going to get something. Whether it's, they need to do something with Fireball Area and Goliath. I 100% agree. You could put a nice little flat ride in it over there. I hate to say it, but they don't do any shows. So you know what they should do is they should completely rip out I would completely rip out Rockville and start over. Like, knock it all down. And just put all new stuff. Add some attractions. Get rid of the theater. If you're not using the theater, I'm not saying keep it around for stupid video games, for computing games. Get rid of the theater. If you ain't using it, get rid of it. There's no reason to keep it if you're not gonna utilize it. That's like prime real estate they're not using. I mean, I don't know what's that? Is that what they're getting?
Mm-hmm.
That's not an inflatable.
No.
They're actually getting a water slide complex. Holy shit, that's cool.
And that looks cool too.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you people in New England. This year and many years, New England parks sucked this year. And it's not because they didn't add new attractions. I think we're still feeling the after effects of COVID, that they can't get out of their own way. Lake compounds, Canopy Lake, all the parks.
Canopy, they haven't even started working on that Nebula's ride, but they started taking apart the Caterpillar. There was another spot that
why are they taking apart the Caterpillar?
I don't know. There was another spot that they were working on too. And I think Sky, what was that?
Hey, what's up, Grovel?
The Sky Blaster or whatever it is. Yeah. They had that part too.
Huh. Yeah, nobody, let's rephrase that. Nobody wants to work, period. Not just at theme parks. Nobody wants to work still. Everybody's just kind of, I know most of the people that didn't work during COVID is going back. But a lot of people are just kind of kicking it. Yeah, they hire college students in the summer, but they have to leave in the fall. Yeah, it's tough, man. I personally would love to see the people come back and want to work again like they used to. I'm all for it because, I know in the quarterly report with Six Flags, besides adding the $200 million a year to spend on products, that what was the other thing? What was the other? Oh, they want to replace the troublesome rides, which I think is a great idea because it'll save you money on your maintenance. The trouble rides people don't want to ride anyway. So you don't really have anybody wanting to ride it. So, and if nobody wants to ride it, why staff it? And that's why a bunch of rides are going and they're adding coasters because, you might have to add 4 people to a coaster, but you can remove 4 or 5 rides or 2 rides or 3 rides to make up for that one ride. Eventually, parks are going to be more coasters than anything else, and a lot of parks are already like that. And I don't like that. I hope it doesn't become that way because I don't know about anybody else, but I love more than just coasters. I like going to water parks. I like going to ride the flat rides. I like going in the theaters and watching shows. I like riding the roller coasters. I like being a fat ass and eating food. That's what I like to do. So I'm not just there for the coasters. I'm there for everything. And I just want to have fun when I go. I don't need to have the greatest, big record-breaking ride. I don't need none of that crap. What's that?
That's the thing from that Cape Cod thing.
Oh, okay. So, again, like I said, those are some of the things with Six Flags. I have the quarterly report, like the little synopsis thingy, and it said net income in the table that reconciles net income loss to adjusted EBITDA increased from $79.9 million to $126 million for the 12 months ending July 2nd. They said the modified EBITDA increased 429.4 to 513.1. They said adjusted EBITDA was 383.3 to 467. said adjusted EBITDA minus CAPEX increased from 260.1 to 343.8. I didn't see where the attendance was. Don't believe Six Flags will actually spend the $200 million, then 230 to 250 he claims in 2025. Yeah, I didn't.
No, that's just something.
Yeah, I just hope that whenever they're spending and doing whatever, they actually do good and they. Oh, it's for student athletes. Oh my god. Why are they still sending me shit? Oh, because my kid hasn't officially graduated yet. All he's got left is his digiports. That's it.
Thank God.
Yeah, but now he's probably going to have to go back to school because he won't do nothing now. He's completely shut off. Like, I understand he's been working all summer. Kid wants a break. He's probably going to have to go sit in a room.
And get it done.
Until it's done. They're not going to let him stay there all year. They're going to be like, come on.
Let's go.
Let's go so you get your diploma. What was I looking up? What did I want to look at? Oh, I know what I want. You didn't even know because I didn't say it out loud. Yeah, see, I can't understand all these things. I'm just trying to see what the... where's revenues? Yeah, it says total revenue for the first half of 23 increased $12 million or 2%. It says a $1.75 decrease in total guest spending per capita. The company had a net loss of $49 million in the first half, compared to a net loss of $20 million last year, same time period. Where's
what?
Oh, I'm like, what is that? Okay, I'll look at that video after. No, I'm looking for attendance. Does anybody know what the attendance was so far? I can't. Let me see. I didn't see attendance. Assets, weight, basic, statements, foods. Admission, I don't see how many. Oh, attendance. Was 8.7 million up to July 2nd, where July 3rd of last year was 8.3. So it's up a little bit.
See, this is where I was thinking of cutting around.
Oh, that little bit?
That little
yeah,
bit.
just be careful. Because if you do one wrong move, that thing's toast.
I know.
Be very, very careful, because if you do one little slice, you're going to rip it, and then they're going to murder you. And they're going to have to send it out to get fixed. That's why I never touch them things. I just deal with it. Oh, so there you go. Attendance was up about 300K from 22, but it's still down 3.5 million from 19, which is the benchmark. And then Kara says, part of the Great Escape issues is the issue with the heights of rides, and that's why when bobsled was running, that it had to close at 6. And then Gravel says, 2023 quarter 2 results were up, however, 22 was an absolute disaster, so easy comparison to beat. And then Marcus says they're going to send the mask to get fixed, and then they're going to send you to get fixed. He's hiding. He's hiding like Biden.
I gotta let you watch a video on that one.
All right, so up next, we still got announcements and stuff.
Wow!
Dorney Park announces Iron Menace, which is a dive coaster. So the coaster will take riders on a journey through the remains of an old steel mill, then climb 160 feet where the riders will be left suspended for 3 seconds before plummeting 152 feet vertically at a 95-degree angle. It says, with speeds up to 64 miles per hour, the new ride will feature the first ever tilted loop on a dive coaster, the park said. The coaster will then flip and spin at unique angles. Iron Menace will be the park's first new roller coaster to be built since the opening of Hydra in 2005. Almost 20 years to get a brand new roller coaster.
And I will say, Iron Menace does look really good.
I like the theme.
I love the layout.
I do. I'm actually excited. I'm excited for this coaster for a couple of reasons.
Surprisingly, you're excited about a dive coaster.
Well, because it's for Dorney. Dorney is the redheaded stepchild that gets nothing ever. They're like Michigan's Adventure. You get nothing. You know? And so I'm very happy for Dorney for this. Dives are becoming the new thing now. And they'll become the whatever thing. And, look, they're a one-trick pony to me. Everybody knows that. I'm not.
But they actually are a good coaster.
But that coaster.
For that park.
No, I feel like even 5 years in between coasters is okay. Like, a park doesn't need a coaster every year. They don't need one every other year. No. I feel like every other year you should get a ride, right? That's what I feel. I don't think you need a ride every year. You don't. I mean, places like Disney and Universal, they try like every other year. You know, they have a lot of stuff. Same thing, Disney just takes 3 years per ride to build anyway. It doesn't matter if it's a teacup ride or whatever. He's getting ready to either spit or swallow. Which one are you going to do?
I'm a lady. I swallow.
That'd be cool. There's going to be a haunted maze as the queue, too. This is what they're saying.
It looks like it's going to be a really good ride. Honestly, it's one of the best additions for that park.
Yeah, and Gravel said these mini B&M dives are only like 11 to 12 million. That's why parks like them for mid-range parks in the chain. So, like I said, I think it's great. I'm so happy that Dorney's finally getting something. That they're finally going, hey, let's give a ride finally. Took all these years, but let's finally give them a ride. Now, they got a lot of hand-me-down stuff. They didn't go his Cupcakes, though, right?
Cupcake.
Yeah, Cupcake for the mask name. So, for Dorney...
It's just a new face.
Yeah, it's the many faces of Cupcake. Mm-hmm. So for Dorney being able to do that, getting a ride, it's got, because mills were a big thing back in the day, so it fits what's going on. It fits the theme. It fits that town. It fits the state. It fits. So having all that for you to do, I think it's great. I can't wait to check it out. Dive coasters are not for me. Like, I'll ride them, don't get me wrong. They're not for me. I don't know about you, but they're not for me. They're a one-trick pony. After you've ridden the front, and that should always be your first ride, and you're dangling off the edge, you're like, oh, shit.
That's where you should always ride it.
Yep, and then after that, it don't matter where you sit, don't matter where you ride. Because after that, then it's your pretty much typical B&M ride. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, smooth, they're okay, they can be fun. And to me, I'm more excited about that than a Super Boomerang. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you had to pick who was the winner between, if there was only two new coasters and one was going to Great Adventure and one was going to Dorney and one was a Super Boomerang and one was a dive coaster, I think the dive coaster is going to win. Yeah, but I got a feeling Great Adventure's coaster is going to suck. And Dorney's going to get the better of them. That's what I think. Because if Zim Zim Zalabim believes that a Super Boomerang is a great addition, hey, go take a nap, buddy. If he thinks that that's a good... I mean, it may not even be that, but that's just based off of what we're hearing. If it is a Super Boomerang, he needs a good smack upside the head. Somebody in the office needs to hit him with a book in the back of the head or something. Magazine, newspaper, computer chair.
Chair. All together. Steel chair.
Put him in a paper shredder.
Throw him through a table.
Yep. WWE style in the office.
Put him in Hell in a Cell match.
I call Salim Dion, whatever his name is, Zim Zim Zalabim. He's like Zim Zim Zara what? Let's see. Michael Bennett says both Dorney and Great Adventure are celebrating their 50th next year. I'm sure Dorney will provide a better product all around. I'm sure they will. And I feel bad for the new park president for Great Adventure because he probably didn't get a say in it. And if that guy was the one that chose that thing, he needs to get zim zalabimmed upside the head.
How many prime balls can we fit up as you know what?
I don't know. I know a raccoon can fit in your butt. You could probably fit like 2 raccoons in your butt. Dorney is about 10 years old in Kennywood. And I love Kennywood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, the coaster edition for Good Ave was a last-minute thing from what Salim Dion said. And on a conference call, this wasn't planned, just like his last-minute kiddie coasters in 23. Which, I don't believe any of them opened up in 23.
Nope.
So there goes your 24.
Some of your 24 editions.
Yep. Marcus Bean says needs to get Zim Zella bopped in the head.
Well, I think, honestly, Jeffrey will get his open in 23. Other than that, everybody else's, like George's and, who was it? St. Louis got one?
Yeah, I think.
They ain't going to open in time.
No, it's Six Flags. All right. Let's go to Six Flags New England Fright Fest. They have 3 different Fright Fest ticket things, and they have nothing talking about any of the houses or Scare Zone. There's nothing up, which is kind of weird because that's coming up soon.
Yeah, the 23rd it starts.
The only kiddie coaster for 23 that is open on time was a Dino Ride at Six Flags. That don't count. That doesn't count. All they had to do was paint the rides and throw some dinosaurs in.
Exactly.
That don't count. That's just a baloney.
And if you technically want to go for it, you might as well say Aquaman too.
Oh yeah, Aquaman. That was 3 years late. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be the same. I mean, I didn't go last year. I didn't do Fright Fest the year before.
Sadly, I'm going to go in November.
Now you ain't going to get me to...
I'm only going November, just taking the bullet for the company, in a sense.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't want nothing to do with Fright Fest. Even though I'm not going to be working at a haunt and I have time, a little bit of time here and there to go.
You're not going
you couldn't give me... You couldn't give me free tickets.
I don't know. We're hearing from Jen because she doesn't even work for the park anymore.
Yeah, she's been gone for like 2-3 weeks now. I heard about it when she left. Yeah, so anyway, they got the Haunted Adventure ticket. It includes a daily ticket plus the Haunted Attractions pass for $84, which is stupid. Haunted Attractions is skip the line pass for $50 and a daily haunt pass is $30, so $80 for that plus a haunt ticket, whatever. You can buy the Season of Scares daily access through October 30th, $60. Gets access to each of the premium haunted attractions with the seasonal digital haunted attractions pass every time you visit Fright Fest. Not valid for park admission. Park admission is sold separately. Oh, yeah, that could have been. Yeah, I didn't catch it because who the hell wants to...
I tried to share it. Oops.
But yeah, so first of all, I know when you go to see the fair, they do not charge you for their haunts. It's all included in the price. That's the way it should be at a theme park. That's like, even though you go to Universal and you go for the haunt thing.
Yeah.
You buy a Halloween Horror Nights ticket, whatever the price is, and you're in the park. You don't have to buy an extra. But the thing that sucks is if you bought a ticket during the day, you still need to buy a Halloween Horror Nights ticket on top of the daily ticket. So that sucks. That's why I'm glad I have a pass. So I just walk in and then do whatever.
Yeah, you take your day. You're during the day. You'll be just relaxing and then.
Well, the Friday of the trip is when we do the daytime tour, and then our passes give us one free Halloween Horror Nights ticket each for each pass.
Yeah.
So the Friday night, we're going to go through, we'll go to Stay and Scream, and we'll just pick some houses that we want to do. And then we're going to go try some food.
Get your gifts.
No, we're going to do it on a Thursday.
All right.
Yeah. Because Jess knows, don't you dare buy shit while we're doing tours and walking around. And
Yeah.
I'm like, on the way out, buy whatever you want, not in the middle. Like one time we bought, and she's like, well, let's go to the car and then come back. Like, now I got to go out and then I got to come back. We're like, what is wrong with you? I don't know. But yeah, Fright Fest is not worth the price of admission. If you guys are looking for something scary, go anywhere else but Six Flags. I mean, there's other places I can recommend not to go to and to go to. All right, let's move along to Kings Island. I love this park. I don't really care about this, but it's still cool, and it's something that they needed. So they're doing, for 2024, they're expanding the Snoopy Kids area.
Which you'll be taking Faith at some point.
I don't think I'm going to take it to Kings Island as a baby.
At some point, I said.
I don't know.
When she's older.
Maybe. I don't know.
You can see Snoopy.
Snoopy's old and played out. I used to love Snoopy. I could care less if he disappeared. I'm not a Snoopy guy, really. I mean, I like watching, like, the Christmas one, and I used to read the comics. That one sucks. The Great Pumpkin,
The Thanksgiving one sucks, too.
Yep, the Easter one sucks.
I like the Christmas one myself.
The Christmas one is the best one, but that one's still kind of iffy. It is so depressing. Like, I watched the Christmas one, and I want to kill myself at the end of it.
What you gotta do is, this year, you gotta watch it on your psychedelic chocolate bar.
It would probably make me off myself. It is like if you take a step back and you really look at it, it is the saddest cartoon I've ever seen in my life. It is. It's so depressing. The music is depressing. The story, because he didn't have his tree was all Charlie Brown tree, and everybody was making fun of his tree. It's just a dick move, man.
Me, I like the Halloween one, and I do like the Christmas one. I don't like the Thanksgiving one.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was dumb. And I know the Easter one was dumb, too. I think I still have the Easter one on VHS. Like I copied it off the TV as a kid. Well, my father did. Anyway, so the area is going to feature Snoopy's Soapbox Races, a brand new family roller coaster that races both forwards and backwards, and the Beagle Scout Acres, and that's where the kids can run, crawl, play, relax the family in a shaded, comfortable space. The park said this morning, riders on the Boomerang Coaster Snoopy Soapbox Race can climb aboard their favorite Peanuts decorated soapbox coaster car, be hoisted up a 70-foot lift hill, starting at the 672-foot racetrack as Snoopy waves the checkered flag and riders are sent down a launch hill, hitting speeds of up to a whopping 36 miles an hour.
Wow.
You better hold your hats, boys and girls. And undergoing a series of twists and turns that races towards the finish line. Ooh, I'm going to hoist you, Marcus. Ooh, I'm going to... Oh, Grovel says, I believe KI didn't win the Best Kids area the last year for golden tickets after winning it for like 20 years straight. They do a kids area expansion soon after. Coincidence? Well, yeah, I mean, didn't they recently over the last few years do another upgrade?
Yeah.
There, I could have sworn they did.
Yeah, but Canada's Wonderland really did the update past year. Matter of fact, speaking of Canada's Wonderland, while we're on this Kings Island, Canada's Wonderland only got a water addition to the water park this year. They didn't announce anything for the dry park, surprisingly.
Oh, and anyways, to finish the Kings Island thing, it says, but just as riders think they're about to cross it, the entire train of soapbox cars rolls backwards, traversing the same course in reverse. It will be a Planet Snoopy's 5th roller coaster and the Park's 16th coaster. At Beagle Scouts area, Park's guests will be able to explore a campsite filled with turf mounds, grassy areas, interactive equipment to make noises, tents to climb through and over, and a footprints path made by Woodstock and his friends. The new attraction also offers camptivities led by the Penis Gang throughout the day.
The Penis Game or Penis Game?
Whichever one you like. Whichever one.
You sounded like Penis Game.
Hey, you never know. Maybe because I got excited because you was there and I thought you wanted to play the Penis Game. Ooh. Oh, you're touching my nipples. I love it. And then, yeah, so they got that. So they got the kiddie area thing going on.
5 coasters in a kids area.
That's crazy, to be honest.
And they got 16 coasters overall. That's crazy.
Yeah. I want to bring this up so I know what the hell I got here. All right, HHN Orlando. So they got this thing called the Taste of Terror tour going on. Now, I showed these guys the menu of what is on it, and I find that for HHN, this Taste Tour thing, it was like $180-something. Wait, it was $169. Now they dropped it to $135.99 because nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted to spend it.
Who wants to spend it on that crap?
And then it says it's a 2-hour tour of unlimited food and drinks. And try. I looked at the menu. I showed them the menu. It is pretty disgusting. There's nothing good.
We know Rez will try it.
Of course he would, but hey, that's, you know. You have to sniff a special kind of glue to be able to, with a straight face, describe a family boomerang without saying boomerang. Yep.
I don't even have to sniff a glue to do a straight face. I can't.
Yeah, I know, right?
Even with a sniff of glue, I would never.
So, and with this Taste of the Tour Terror food thing, that's food that's going to be at Halloween Horror Nights in those little food places. And I personally, I always have a hard time finding something good to eat because I am like a plant. Like if you're going to sell me mac and cheese, just sell me fucking mac and cheese. I don't need, I mean, bacon's okay, you know, but
bacon, chicken.
Yeah, I don't need like beans and refried beans and guacamole and other bullshit put in it.
Ruined it.
Just give me damn macaroni. You know what I mean? Macaroni and cheese. Now, like there's like the peanut butter burger thing. It looks like it's burnt, bloody burger thing. The buns, you know what I mean? It just, like they got walking tacos. Now, when I get a walking taco, there are no refried beans and all this other friggin' shit in it. It's usually whatever the chips you pick, the meat you pick, sour cream, lettuce, and some shit. You don't have to add refried beans to something that's going to make you shit your pants already anyway.
Where'd you get your walking taco? South Providence? It walked to you?
It did. You never had a walking taco?
Not from South Providence.
No, have you ever had a walking?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I have.
Yeah, the burnt, bloody peanut butter, peanut burger cow patty thing. Like, there's just so much crap I don't need. Now, I understand I am probably a minority that just wants it plain, but there should be a substitute because everything just slop it. They don't let you say, I don't want that or that. It's all made or whatever. You know, like, I want plain Jane. I don't need macaroni with toothpicks and I don't know, whatever you want to add to it. Like, come on. Like, think about the people other than yourselves. There's other people like me that don't want to eat that garbage. And you guys, they're ruining food. There's like one dessert thing that I might try that I've seen. I usually will try a cake pop. Those seem to be okay. But I just... You know what? I had the Twisted Taters. It's like the same thing that New England used to sell. All those are homemade chips.
Yeah.
I don't want homemade chips. I think Twisted Tater, I think like a crazy baked potato
like
or some tater tots. Yeah.
Like we had at, from that
Rocky Point thing, yeah. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking like some stupid homemade. I don't want homemade potato chips.
And you didn't know that you could do it. You can actually turn it into like a curly fry, the potato.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that. I want...
No, I'm talking about from that food truck.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, now you do.
But for me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to have all this goopy gobby shit. Like, you can haunt things up to make them look spooky without adding disgusting things on my food.
Yeah.
I've been able to do that myself at home and make some cool food and spooky it up without having to put stuff that people don't like. That's like when you do the RIP tour and you go to La Bamba Cafe and have that little food thing wait until you go. The same food, same garbage. Half the time I go walk into HN hangry because you don't get enough time to go eat like other food. You get like a 10-minute break. Well, if the lines are 30 minutes long and you got to be back, you don't get the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you doing this to me, number one? And number two, just leave it alone. So what I'm going to do this year is before the RIP tour starts, I'm going to pig out and not worry about the garbage food. Yep, I'm not even going to worry about the garbage food that they got in La Bamba Cafe, and I'm just gonna fill up on regular stuff that I do like in the park. Yes, I'm a party pooper with food, but it's disgusting, and I don't want to eat it.
I agree with you.
So that's that. All right, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Breaking news.
Wow,
Man.
breaking rumor, because the park hasn't announced it.
Yeah.
That there's supposed to be 2024 plans include an extensive renovation of the park's iconic 1978 Aralupa Loch Ness monster. Per the rumors, a significant Loch Ness monster track replacement and other attraction upgrades to debut during the 24th season. Busch Gardens Williamsburg deserves a ton of praise for undertaking this complex, costly project. We're thrilled to see the park investing so heavily in preserving irreplaceable and historic gems like Nessie. So that's the only information I got. We don't know any more than that. Park has announced nothing yet, and I hope it happens.
Now, on to SeaWorld in San Antonio. Sad news. As the park confirmed that their new Catapult Falls Flume ride will not open for 23, it will be pushed back to open in 2024.
So there you go. They didn't get it open this year, so let's hope next year. If not, we're gonna have another Aquaman on our hand.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we got two more tidbits of news. We got Adventureland, and then we got Silver Dollar City, Fire and Ho!
Yeehaw!
So we'll do Adventureland, then we'll do Fire and Ho!
Adventureland, then we can do the Cape Cod thing.
Oh, yeah. Adventureland, Iowa. Next year, visitors can expect to be taken on a journey deep below the Adventureland Resort in search of more than just Sheriff Sam's infamous lost gold. Guests will embark on a mission through the abandoned mine in search of legendary outlaw Bad Bob. He's bad, and he's Bob.
Big Bad Bob.
With his gang, after a daring gold heist, the gang will cover in the old mine with the stolen gold, and along with some new treasures, incorporating new technology and effects. Guests will find themselves in a story-driven experience like never before as they venture deeper into the abandoned mine. Riders will face new challenges, unexpected twists, and opportunities to uncover hidden secrets along the way. The underground roller coaster was built by Custom Coasters International in '96. The unique design is a mix of a wooden coaster with the dark ride, which has created the only fully enclosed wooden coaster in the world. The ride will make its return in 24 after undergoing a refurbishment project, including work to the coaster's track and train. And the train has been sent to PTC, where it's receiving a full rebuild. The enhancement of the underground represents a major milestone for Adventureland as we honor our past while embracing the future. And we can't wait for our guests to embark on this new adventure as we celebrate the park's 50th birthday in 24. For those eager to get started celebrating, you can get your passes and all that other bullshit.
Now, Cape Cod's inflatable Adventureland, 24. They announced.
You sent me the picture,
park,
right?
Yes.
Let's see if I got. Oh, there we go, Albert.
Welcome to our world. Welcome to your.
Let me go like this until I find it.
It's actually pretty nice.
Is that it? Is that it right here? Okay. What is this place?
Cape Cod.
Oh yeah. Cape Cod Inflatable Park. Oh wait, was there another picture with it showing it, or was that the only picture?
That was the only picture.
Okay, is that the one that was shown? Oh yeah, it showed whatever it is. All right.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll go to the black screen death.
Welcome to our world. Welcome to your death. As giggles and scum come together, you will watch evil emerge.
I'm just shocked.
We will take your soul and snuff out your bitch.
So if you look on the sign, it's showing you see this slide complex.
My vision getting blurry. Is it from all the drugs, or is it from the evil emerging from some bugs rolling in my brain, eating my soul? Found an ancient book of texts hidden with the scroll. As I read words aloud, an image has appeared. I guess the summons come, the man you will fear. We come together to be possessed by a demon. It consumed my soul at the stick like some lotion. Often didn't afraid I burned down the church, watching over you from a nearby perch. A nun at the altar, praying to be blessed. She snuffed out the priest while she got undressed. finger in her pussy while stabbing his chest. She left him at the altar where he will finally rest. Rising in the air, hovering above his body. Her soul was consumed as she bit down like a Roddy. Murder, stuff, a religious agenda. We put your entire skull inside of a blender. We consume your soul as we begin to purge. Don't fuck with us as evil will emerge. Murder, stuff, a religious agenda. Put your entire skull inside of a blender. We consume your soul as we begin to purge. Don't fuck with us as evil.
Oops.
I don't even know. What song was it? I forgot what song we played. Oh, it was probably Evil Emerges.
Yeah.
Everybody's listening to my... Oh, yeah, Evil Emerges in 24. Sorry about that, guys. Wasn't even paying attention. My bad.
So, like we were saying, they did buy some land last year, and this is what it's actually coming up to be. They're actually, I think more or less now they're starting to look at it and saying, okay, let's compete with the other water parks. So you have Waterwidge, you have Water
Whale's
Country,
Tail.
Whale's Tail. You're going to be competing with those. Plus, it's bringing them people over to Cape Cod.
I mean, people...
Spend a day in Cape Cod. You go there, and then you walk around.
Yeah, so that's what's coming to... Thank you. Song sounds really good. Yeah, wait till you hear the rest of the album. We did that Saturday. We had a record release barbecue.
And the funny thing is, that song, Evil Emerges, we have a backstory for it.
Yeah.
It was done on Good Friday. And we're definitely going to hell with that one.
All right, here we go. Silver Dollar City. We all know about Fire in the Hole. And I'm going to see what I have for info here because I may or may not have info. I should have info.
Fire in the hole.
Okay, where are we?
Someone else they got track.
Woo. Yeah. Now, it's going to be at RMC.
You can save that.
Huh?
You can put that up on the screen.
Oh, I can do one better. Watch when I do this. His hole. Oh, yeah, he likes it. Oh, he likes it. Oh, yeah, he likes it. Oh, yeah. So,
Fire in the hole.
Yeah, like, these are, like, weird videos. Like, I don't... what is this? Oh, it's just a painting.
Yeah.
So basically, the outside kind of looks like what it currently does, just updated and new. Inside, it's going to be totally different.
Inside is going to be all RMC iBox track.
Yep, and the train's different.
The trains actually look good. Those are the new trains that are being RMC is working with.
So, yeah, not that we showed them, but that's all right. We'll, I'm sure everybody's seen all this stuff. Let me see if I can... Is this a JPEG? PNG, that'll work. It should work. I'm letting this picture download to show you guys of the train. I don't have anything for like the layout or anything like that.
Yeah, they never showed the true layout.
So, but it's still downloading. Once it...
I think more or less they didn't completely finish layout because when did Fire and Hold... Is it... The last ride's already done, isn't it?
Well, don't forget, it's not in the same spot.
No.
So, the original spot is like when you walk into the park, you're going to go like left and back, out back. Now, where it's going to go is you're going to go right and down into Fireman's Landing. They've been working on this building for a while. So, it's been going for a while. I don't know how much of what is done. I don't...
No, pretty much a lot of it's done. The track and everything, a lot of the track's in. They've been doing... From what I've seen from everybody else's videos and pictures, the track's basically almost done. Completely.
All right, hang on. Let me get rid of this stupid... We gotta get to the... We gotta get the new stupid picture.
Ah! We're dying! The field! The black screen of death! Ah!
All right, where is the picture of the horse and carriage? The carriage. Oh, wait.
Right there.
Sorry about that.
Nailed it.
What the hell? Oh, here we go. It just took a minute. Hang on. We gotta fix that. Sorry about that. You guys are like, what the hell are these idiots doing?
Being idiots.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
Almost there.
Almost. We should be just about there.
That's what she said.
Almost. Almost. We're not there yet, guys. Look, we just keep sizing this stupid thing. All right, here we go.
Almost there. About half a tenth, yeah. There you go.
Good enough. So that, I know, right? Boom, Trojan horse virus. So this is the train for the ride. It's going to be a family coaster, RMC. But, hey, it looks cool. I'm sure they're going to do the same thing, Smoky Mountain Hiker, with Blazing Fury at some point.
Yeah.
I'm sure after this, they're probably looking for a new area. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they move it like, you know where the Bear Mountain?
That would be a perfect spot, adding into that neck of the woods.
Literally. So I feel like I can't wait to see what when this thing opens, what it does, what it's like. Because now, see, like, look,
this one I'm actually excited for.
Yeah, it's making me want to make a trip.
Yeah,
it's making me want to take a trip back to Silver Dollar City.
Because they said it's supposed to be more interactive with the actual people on the ride. It's not going to be a typical RMC ride where it's going to be there. It's going to have spots where it's going to slow down so where you can enjoy whatever the effects they're doing, because they're actually supposed to because I basically listened to and watched the whole entire thing. So the building is completely, for the first time, is completely climate control. So the entire building is going to be cool or hot whenever it needs to be. You're going to have different effects on there where you're actually going to see some burning fire effects on there. You're actually going to see some effects of water coming down and around. You might get wet at some point. You're going to see different, it's going to be going along the whole story of what they want you to do. And the way that they're building out this whole coaster, they're giving you, it's almost like their version of a Wild Mouse now.
Yeah.
Only difference is RMC didn't do a complete Wild Mouse. You're still getting the feel, but you're also getting a slow down and getting the true RMC feels at points.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a pretty good, interesting coaster to actually go to.
Yeah, like I said, it's $30 million that they're spending on this thing. And when I love Blazing Fury at Dollywood, and I love Fire in the Hole. They're basically the same ride.
Yeah.
For the most part, they're pretty much the same thing. But adding this new one, it made me excited, and now I want to go back to Silver. Plus, I love Silver Dollar City. I love Silver Dollar City and Dollywood. They do the parks right. Employees, all the workers and everything. They're pleasant, very nice. Kind of too creepy nice. Like, am I going to get, like, gangbanged and raped out in the back somewhere? And then, like, tied up and gutted? Like, that's how nice they are. They're like, there's something off about this. But
are they AI robots?
They could be.
But either which way, Fire in the Hole, the original Fire in the Hole, did its time. Now they went back to a new version of it to keep the tradition going. That's what they want.
Now, here's my next question. So now next year, Fire in the Hole opens. What's going in the spot of the old Fire in the Hole?
Well, there's a lot of speculation on that too.
I haven't heard any speculation, but I haven't gone looking either. But I can't, I don't know how many of you have been to Silver Dollar City. If you haven't been there, check it out. Like, that you can get the cinnamon bread like at Dollywood. You got powder keg, which is unique, weird. Because, like, when it leaves the station, then it goes, like, tilted up, like, and then you launch out and you do the ride. Cool ride. Love it. Time Traveler was great. Even Thunderation was great. The B&M that's out way back, I forgot the name of it, was good. They got at the end of the day, they have a lot of great rides that I think people would enjoy. Even the flats, they got some good ones over there.
Yeah. A lot of people are also speculating from a picture of the Fire in the Hole picture itself. There looks like there's a new coaster in the background too. So.
Well, don't forget, the new coaster could be the RMC track. Don't forget that. I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. But I just want you to...
No, but that's what a lot of people are saying in those chats.
Oh, in the old spot, you mean? Or the new one?
No. In the background of the new one, it looks like there might be another big coaster coming.
Oh, it could be. I don't know.
But either which way, they're saying the old spot, there's speculation that they're going to be using the new one for something new. Another new coaster, possibly.
You know what they should do? This is... Instead of putting a new coaster in, I told you they got the boat ride with the guns. Mm-hmm. They should get a newer version of that ride. That ride was cool. I forgot the name of it. But that ride was cool. The guns didn't work very often. Good. You know, they were all right. Finicky. Yeah. But it was such a cool ride. And I think they need a new... I'll try again in English. They need to do another version of that ride. That's what I'm saying. Because the ride was cool when I went. I was like, wow, this is neat, this ride. And I really felt... Yes, Flooded Mine, yes. I think like they should do a new version, but just move it over to with the old Fire in a Hole. Like rip down Fire in a Hole, get a whole new everything. Get a whole new, new water track, new everything. Because then you can get rid of Flooded Mine in its current incarnation and put some new stuff in the spot over there. You could get some new attraction, like a small attraction. And I think it would work. Me personally, I think it would work out, but that's me. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. We will be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. But next week, we're going to talk about haunted houses opening because we're getting ready. We're getting to that time.
Yeah, next week will be our haunted house extravaganza. Yeah,
we're going to talk more about haunted houses and whatever other news pops up because I know there's announcements coming and there's more announcements coming. So, yeah, and then we'll talk about the show coming up. So if anybody wants to, head out to the Manchester, New Hampshire area and come kick it with us.
All 3 nights.
Yep, we're performing all 3 nights. So it don't matter which night. You're going to get something different every night.
Yep.
You will. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody. Appreciate Jason in Paradise for that $49.99 super chat. It means a lot that anybody gives a shit to do that. And besides, last time he sent me a boatload of money. I sent him a care package. And he loved it.
I think he should do that again.
I plan on doing it. Matter of fact, this is Jay Reno's package. Mm-hmm. This is my buddy Reno. He's got a package that's going... This goes to Canada. Blame Canada! Blame Canada! And then over there I got, I don't know, a bunch of orders to send out for the album.
If you know where that song comes from, put it in the comments. We'll know that you listened.
Yeah, baby, we're going to get out of here. Thank you, guys. I will see you guys next week. Till next time, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace!